Welcome back to the channel for another week and another video. Today I'm going to do an updated recipe for my Texas style chili. Before we get started, take a moment to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you know every time I put out a video, and drop a like. Please drop a like. With that being said, let's get in the kitchen and get it done. Today we'll be using 3 jalapeno peppers, 2 bell peppers, 2 onions, and 4 stalks of celery. Let's get everything cut up.
Drinking too young, way too much fun out in the sun. Orbit when it's gone. Took you to prom, dance to our song, dance all night.
Now that we have everything cut up, we're going to put it into our food processor. I want to get these chopped down really small. I want them all small and even. That way when you take a bite, you don't get any big chunks of onions or big chunks of green peppers. Every bite will be a nice bite with everything melted in. We're also going to use some dried ancho chilies and some dried guajillo chilies.
I remember everything.
We're going to get these de-seeded and get them into some hot water to get them softened up a little bit.
And how careless
It's pretty simple. Cut off the end, rip it open, and let all the seeds drop out. And into our pot, we'll get that up to a boil to get them a little soft. In the meanwhile, let's get our meat started. Going in with 5 strips of bacon. And we're going to use that bacon grease to cook our meat. This is ground sirloin. We're going to put these in golf ball sized chunks. And right here is some carne pacada, which is mince chuck.
so proud, we had no doubts. Weekends and weekdays.
Going in with some pepper and some Worcestershire.
We were fearless.
We're not going to break up those chunks. We're going to keep everything together and not break up any of the chunks. We're going to get our vegetables in the pot, get those starting to saute. And now we're going to take our dried peppers, which have been rehydrated, and blend them up into a paste. And that will clear your sinuses. Into our pepper onion mixture, we're going in with a tablespoon of garlic and some of this delicious Yingling Hershey's chocolate beer. We'll add our meat back to it. And we're going in with a container of chicken stock and a tablespoon of better than bouillon beef. We're going to add our peppers mixture to that and let that come to a boil. Here we're going in with 4 tablespoons of chili powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of nutmeg, and a teaspoon of salt. Right here we're going in with some Goya Sazon and about a teaspoon of cumin. Let that all come to a boil and incorporate. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. We're going to let that cook for about 30 minutes. And at the 30-minute mark, we're going to turn it off and let it set for an hour. While we're letting it set, let's have another sip of this delicious Hershey chocolate Yingling.
And how careless we could be.
All right, an hour has passed. We're going to turn our heat back on.
It's
It's looking good already.
burning bridges to the ground.
Still got those chunks of ground sirloin. We're gonna get our potato masher, and this is when we're gonna break up all those chunks of ground sirloin. We're gonna crumble up that bacon that we cooked and add that in there. And right here is all the seasonings that we added previously, and we've added a half cup of brown sugar. And we're gonna dump everything in. Everything's the same measurement. And to that, of course, we add another package of Cajun. And right here I have some freshly chopped basil and oregano. We're gonna let that cook for about an hour. Now at this point, you can continue to let it cook for another 30 minutes. Or if you want to add beans, this is when you add your beans in. I'm adding some red beans and some black beans. And we're gonna let that cook for another 30 minutes. Can you smell that? Oh man, it smells delicious. Let's get this in a bowl. A little shredded cheese on top. Of course, we gotta have some sour cream. And I made a delicious jalapeno cornbread to go with this. I'll be posting that recipe here in a couple weeks. But this is the finished product. This was absolutely delicious. You can taste the chocolate beer in it, and you gotta give this recipe a try. I hope you enjoy it. Drop me a like, and I will definitely see you soon.
Thought about just what you said. Connecting lives is what